Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I am back renovating this apartment, which is of course Celine Benally's apartment, one of my all-time favorites to renovate, and this time I am turning it into a sort of platform studio loft style apartment. But basically I thought this would be the perfect style for a sim who works as a designer. And also I've been watching a lot of apartment therapy on YouTube, just like their apartment tours, and there's a lot of these very small apartments that people live in with loft spaces, and they're just cool and trendy and very inspiring, and so that definitely spurred on the inspiration for this apartment. So I hope you guys will like it. There's just one bedroom and then a pretty open living, dining, kitchen, all of that, and of course the little loft bedroom. So I hope you guys will enjoy. But before we get too far into the video, I'd like to thank Project Makeover for sponsoring today's video. Project Makeover is a fun and unique game where you give much needed makeovers to help people achieve their dreams. You can download via the link in the description box or simply use the QR code on screen and receive 300 gems and 100 coins. Project Makeover has a large collection of fashionable clothing, hair, and makeup to give your clients the perfect makeover. You can even do interior design, choosing from beautiful furniture pieces, which is of course my favorite part. This game is great for anyone looking for a creative outlet and wanting an enjoyable game to play right from your phone. There are also interesting and dramatic characters like an egotistical fashion icon, a scheming assistant, or even just a stubborn client in desperate need of a new wardrobe. Project Makeover also has fun and addictive match 3 puzzles with challenging obstacles. You can even create and stylize your own avatar and visit your friends. So if this sounds like the perfect game for you, check out the description box to download Project Makeover today, or use the QR code on screen and receive 300 gems and 100 coins. Thank you again to Project Makeover for sponsoring today's video. So the main thing that I wanted to do besides decorating an apartment for a designer, I wanted to swap out the windows and delete all of the TLC objects in this apartment. And so if you're not sure how to do this, all you have to do is download the tool mod, and you just click on like the pipes and the electrical box and like the mouse holes, and then you just delete everything that's selected. And it's yeah, it's really cool. The only thing it doesn't work for is like the areas that like smells pop up or cockroaches, because there's no like identifying object to know exactly where those spawn or what causes them to spawn. It's just like the location in the apartment, and so those will still appear, but there won't be as many problems basically in this apartment. And yeah, I swapped out the windows. I removed all of them. I do end up placing the one in the bathroom back just because I thought it was a perfectly fine window basically for the bathroom, but the rest of the apartment I really just wanted to have these like lofty style windows. The ones that came with the Moschino stuff pack are like perfect for this style, and this was pretty much solely to do with apartment therapy and the videos I've been watching. They're so good. If you guys have not checked them out on YouTube, I highly recommend it. It's super fun. And then yeah, for the interior design style, I basically used like a collection of different things from different packs, but I was heavily using stuff from Dream Home Decorator because of course that's the pack where we got the like interior designer career. We have the interior design board, and then we also have a designer career that I think is base game, and there's like a design board that you can like have your sim interact with and hang up like different inspiration pieces and like swatches and stuff. I didn't use that, but you could definitely probably maybe find a space for it in the office nook that I create. Probably. I mean, it's a kind of a big object, and then your sims have to interact with it, which makes it a little bit more challenging to use. But it might be actually fun to create some sort of a like a community center. Actually, I'm not really sure if that object would be functional on a community lot. I was thinking of like some sort of office or something that had that object there, and then your sim could go there and pretend that's like the office and the rest of the work they do from home. But I'm not sure if that object would interact the same way on a community lot as it does on a residential lot. So let me know if you guys have tried it. But yeah, I was looking on Pinterest for different interior like design shots and looking at different like apartments and trying to figure out like what like furniture pieces I was going to use and like how I was going to organize this like layout basically, because I wanted it to feel like a small apartment where the Sims have basically utilized the space to the best of their ability without like like making it overcrowded, but I really wanted to have like a small kitchen, and I just tucked the table in right here. Of course, if this is too cramped or something for you, you could move the table out more to the center area, but I just felt like it blocked the walking area so much. And so I just thought that it was nice tucked in here by the kitchen. Of course, if you do move the dining table, maybe you could fit like one more counter space. But since I put the sink over by the door and by the bookcase, I think that this should be plenty of counter space, because your Sims should be able to do everything that they need on the corner counter. And then I put all of the other objects on the other counters. I did put one object on the corner counter, but it's just a plant. And I've placed that plant on a bunch of different corner counters, and it usually works as long as it's close enough to the wall. But this particular plant doesn't seem to block your Sims from using the counter space for like the chopping board and like a mixing bowl and stuff. So it should function, hopefully. If not, just delete that one object and everything should function as it should. But I really like the sink area. I used that like kind of decorative cabinet that came with City Living. It looks like it has like plates and bowls and stuff in it. And so I thought that was like a really cute thing just to have above the sink. And that was something that I directly took inspiration from one of the apartment therapy videos, because I watched one where they had like a really small kitchen, and they found this sort of like, I think they thrifted it, but it was like a little cabinet or something, and then they painted it, and then they hung it up above their kitchen table, and they just used it as extra kitchen storage because they just didn't have as much as they would like. And so I thought that was kind of like just a cool thing that they did. It was just, it looked like something that would be built into their apartment, but it was something that they thrifted and added themselves. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and yeah. Thought that kind of reminded me of it. And then here is when I decided to add this window back. So I'm using the tool mod to place it, but of course if you download this apartment, none of the windows that I'm placing here will transfer through the gallery, so you'll have to place them yourselves. But the original windows will be there, so if you don't have the tool mod or you don't have access to it, I'm pretty sure the placement of all of the original windows will still work with the ones that I swapped out. Like you should still be able to do the original floor plan and everything with the existing windows. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, over here in the bathroom, I wanted to have like a laundry space. I thought this would be kind of something like special for the apartment. So even though it's a small cramped apartment, you still have the option to do your own laundry and not have to rely on like a laundromat or some sort of like laundry service or something. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then I decided to use the same sink that I used in the kitchen here in the bathroom. And then of course this shower that came with the Growing Together expansion pack is like my favorite shower in the game now, and I've used it in like every single build since it's like that, the release of that expansion pack. It's just so good. But anyways, over here I wanted to create a office nook, and so I thought this was like the perfect spot for the Sim to like just utilize some extra space in the apartment. And so I put two of these desks together, put some decoration pieces around, and basically just tried to make it feel like a Sim has been actively working here, you know, planning out their different designs and stuff like that. And then also I hung up this really cool wood decorative wall piece. I thought that was kind of a really interesting like art piece to have in the apartment, because I kind of struggled with finding artwork that I wanted to use in this apartment. Like no matter how many packs we get, that is like my biggest struggle when decorating, is finding artwork that I really like for a space. Like usually I find something that will kind of do, but I don't know, artwork is just kind of, it's lacking in the game for me still. Like I feel like we've gotten a lot of beds now, we've gotten plenty of toilets, which of course I think everybody probably knows by now. And we have some great rugs now, and couches I think there's some good ones, but that's also something that's kind of lacking. But for me, artwork is just... there's more that need to be in the game. Of course, there's some options and stuff on the gallery for some like non-CC art, which is really cool, but just a little bit harder to use in a speed build for me. So I just tend to avoid that. But yeah, I love the way this office space turned out. I think it's so cute and just cluttered, and it just makes me feel like a Sim has been actively working here and planning their designs. And I used a laptop from Dream Home Decorator, and also that really cool like clutter or like cluster of clutter that came from one of the kits. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but it has like a coffee cup with some pencils in it and then a little tablet and stuff. I thought that was perfect for like a designer's little nook. And then over here is of course the bedroom. So the bedroom is completely elevated up on this platform, and I used this bed again. I know I used it in the last build, but I just thought it matched the color scheme and like the couches in here perfectly, so I had to use it again. But up here, basically, I kept it pretty simple because I wanted your sim to have full access to both sides of the bed. But I used this new dresser that came with Growing Together. Again, one of my favorite objects that came in that pack. And yeah, I just think this bedroom turned out to be just so cute and peaceful, and I just love it. So hopefully you guys will like this apartment. Again, don't forget to download Project Makeover. Check out the link in the description box or use the QR code that I've had on screen to get 300 free gems and 100 coins. And then yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love. Stop giving